All right, everyone. Steve Metrics here with yo boy,
DJ Triggs.
and we are No Debate Sports. We are here on the first week of March free agency football in the NFL, and there are some pretty cool moves being made. I got a lot of movement on my team. Seems like I'm getting a few guys from your team, Triggs. How's your team feeling in all this?
Oh, I am feeling fantastic. Wait, actually,
Nice. Oh,
no, we have to whisper.
uh-oh.
I'm not feeling fantastic.
Oh no.
Things haven't actually happened yet.
Oh,
It's the legal tampering period, right? So
oh yeah.
none of this stuff actually matters until a couple
Right.
days from now.
Just
Don't
like, by
tell
the
anyone.
way, in investing world, which one day I'll play a part in too, as will our fantasy football stuff. But I believe fully in insider trading because it always happens every day in the stock market. So it
Yep.
is happening every day now in the NFL world as well. We know these things happen, and it just happens. You get a lot of news, it's legal tampering, but we all know that these things happen at the snap of a finger, and there
Legal.
is no such thing as illegal tampering, and there's no such
hmm
thing as insider trading. There just isn't.
Yeah. Technically, these transactions haven't happened yet, but
Right.
I feel like Matt Foley, you remember? Uh, Chris Farley,
Right.
Wisconsin. Boom.
There you go. Yep.
Uh,
You know, somewhere
yeah,
in a boat in a van down by the river.
down by the man. You are with me. So, I mean, if you're asking me
Right.
about Packers, man,
Okay.
we are doing all types of things that like I don't think I was ready. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not ready.
Okay.
Um,
Hey, if you're not
like
ready, I'll tell you something else. Our viewers watching, thank you for watching. You got anything free agency? Fire away at us. We'll fire all this free agency stuff.
yeah, let us get our homerisms out
Do
really
it.
quick.
Do
I
it.
mean,
Do it.
obviously,
Yeah,
uh,
there you go.
like the Packers were doing trades already. Like, what is
Already
going
wheeling
on?
you. Already wheeling.
Like, I mean, Kobe Wooden, yeah, defensive tackle, nice, you know, kind of rotational piece. Our defensive and offensive lines are definitely needing some help. I
Right.
assume during the draft, obviously we don't have our number one or our first round pick, the Micah Parsons deal, but
Sure.
I'm assuming in the draft they're going to go for corner, they're going to go for lineman, they're going to do all that. But
Yep.
I didn't think on my bingo card we were just going to just throw away a defensive tackle, bring in Zaire Franklin from the Colts. Now we'll get to the Colts later, but can you say fire sale? Whew.
But there are some moves that like they kind of re-signed. They kind of let go of some people. I do like the movement the Colts have made. I'll give them
Yeah.
credit on that.
So we end up bringing we re-sign Sean Ryan, offensive
Yep.
lineman, very versatile. You know, we were kind of like, all right, well, okay, we're gonna cut some guys. We like I'll get to a cut in a second that completely just blew my mind. But
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary, by the way, I do love that the four-letter network called him a defensive tackle, which I was like, he's actually an edge rusher, but whatever,
Kind of like a
Schefter.
Marcus. Yeah.
You can call him whatever you want. Like,
Right.
but Adam Schefter called him a defensive tackle. But like, we then go, hey, everyone in the world, because he had a huge cap hit. I want to say it was like 20 million or something ridiculous, and
Right.
he's literally a 7 sack a year guy. There's nothing very special about this guy.
Yep.
Some people try to tell me he's really good, and I'm like, he's never hit double digits in sacks. Micah Parsons was on the other side, showed you that you could get double digit sacks, opened
Sure.
up a lot of holes, and he still couldn't get sacks. And we end up going, hey, oh, the Dallas Cowboys will give us a fourth round pick for a guy we're going to cut? Okay.
Right.
And like, what? Yeah.
I do like that for Dallas too. That is something that will kind of help their defense a bit. So
No, it won't. Nope. I don't agree. But the guy he is absolute garbage. He is high garbage.
He's really fallen off the rocker that much.
I mean, I don't think he was ever on the rocker, but give me 1 second here really quick, and I will break down some statistical numbers for you.
Okay.
Because hot garbage, absolute
Right.
garbage. Now, does he play? Like, is he always going to be out there? Well, yeah, all right. I mean, that's cool and everything. Man, wow, they updated this quickly. All right, now I got to go find him.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't ready for them to have him on Dallas already.
Right. But I'll tell you what, like Dallas, their key thing is definitely improving that defense. That is a clear and obvious weakness of that team. To me, if they can figure that out, I don't know exactly what moves Philadelphia has done, but I really like the potential for Dallas to really come back next season with a little firepower. I mean that offense can definitely shoot it. If they can hold down the fort on defense, they're going to look pretty good in that division.
I
Big
mean,
ask, though. Big ask.
All right, here we go. All right, rookie played 16 games, 2 sacks. Second season, 15 games, 5 sacks. The next season, this is where like we were all like, oh, here we go, like big time. He got 9.5 sacks, and we're like, woo! All right. The next year, 2022, 6 sacks. 2023, 9 sacks. 2024, 2025, he played 16, 17 games, 7.5 sacks in both seasons. Like, he's basically what he is. He's going to give you maybe a sack every other game is what you're hoping for, but he doesn't do anything else. Like, he's not a tackling machine. I mean, he averages about 40 tackles a season. For a guy that's on the edge, like, and trying to get sacks and rushing the passer and supposed to have this great speed, like, there's nothing about this guy that, like, when we got him out of Michigan, he was a first-round pick 12 or 13, I want to say something like that. And just he's just a dude, doesn't force fumbles.
Right.
I mean, 1 a season maybe. Like, there's nothing good about this guy. I don't say good riddance very often, but as a Packer fan, we either assumed we were going to just cut him or someone was going to give us like a 7th round pick, but a 4th?
Sure.
I'll take a 4th any day of the week.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I'll be honest, I see any player drafted in the first 4 rounds. Those are real picks. Those are real players. I mean, normally 4th roundish, you're really looking at running backs, certain wide receivers. If you're really using your first few rounds on typically defense, offensive line, now you're just looking at some certain skill position players. Not to say that those guys don't have skill, they do. But your certain weapons on offense position, that's when your running backs, that's when your wide receivers can really play into it. And they can be real players. They can be real starters. They could be even project quarterbacks, stuff like that. But you can really find legit value from rounds 4 through round 1. And we're talking real guys. I mean, any running back taken in those first 4 rounds, to me, are legit guys that can be real big-time NFL players.
See, now, the main hit on Rashawn Gary, and I don't mean to just beat a dead horse here, but so he signed a 4-year, $96 million extension. And no one understood how we did that, why we did it. An average salary of $24 million. And like I said, we thought when he got that 9 sacks, we were like, oh, okay, all right, here we go. Nope. Right. Just took his money and went home.
I got you. Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm seeing that. I am seeing that you guys do extend an offensive lineman in this tampering.
Yeah, Sean Ryan. Yep.
I always love that. Anytime you can re-sign valuable, especially offensive linemen, they are incredibly valuable. And not only that, Signing him for 3 years, $33 million to me sounds like a steal.
In all reality, I mean, it could be really good. He's very versatile. He plays all across the line. He's a really solid player.
Yeah.
But to add on to that line there, so we did release Elton Jenkins, who is an All-Pro.
Yep.
And that opened up $19.5 million, which then makes me go, oh, what are they doing? Because the Rashawn Gary, I just told you, $24 million, and I don't know exactly how much that opens up in the trade.
Are we talking 5-ish total?
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking at bonuses. Yeah, something around that.
Okay.
But now you're talking about that 20 plus
big money
and this 19. Like, I know the Packers are one of those groups that likes to hold on to money for extensions and things of that nature. Well, I wonder who they're looking at.
For me, looking at this, and I'm seeing a lot of names, some big names. A guy that I just saw cross the screen found his way to a really cool team that for fantasy I'm actually really excited for. But I think your money like that, if I'm in your shoes, I would say flat out take that money and get AJ Brown.
Ooh.
Like, don't beat around the bush. Don't play cute. You need AJ Brown, and you gotta make this happen. Because we know Mike Evans is in San Francisco. I love that play for the Niners. Like, really, the next legit big name. And to be honest, I think I would actually take AJ Brown over Mike Evans. You got to do it. And we know DJ Moore went up to Buffalo. I don't think AJ Brown would make sense considering they're just coming off of Stephon Diggs. They don't want that drama again. I think AJ Brown to Green Bay is a solid fit.
I mean, I don't know how we can do it, but
you need the second coming of Devontae Adams now.
I mean, maybe they're looking at extending Christian Watson, which
you
is
need size. You need size.
I agree.
Get size.
Because I've heard that Jaden Reed and Dontavion Wicks are both on the block, but that could be just hearsay. You know,
you're going to lose two of these speed guys for sure. And at any given moment, you lose Christian Watson to injury. Get a guy you can rely on. AJ Brown, you can rely on. Like, I get where the drama comes from, but at the end of the day, you get less drama from him than you do from Stephon Diggs. And get a guy who's a straight up bona fide player. He had a stretch, was it last season or the season before, where he had like a 5-game stretch of 130 plus yards per game. I believe he was on your fantasy team. That has never happened in the history of the NFL for as long as I know, unless maybe a guy like Don Nelson did it way back when in the day. I don't know. But AJ Brown is the only guy ever to ever do that. He is a big time player. There are so few players that have that kind of ability and build. AJ Brown's the guy, flat out. Like, I'm really like sick of the people pointing out that he's got drama. Every wide receiver's got drama.
Right. And I mean, we hear diva wide receivers and things of that nature. So I mean, especially with Dobbs maybe being moved, which I'm not exactly happy about that. Golden is behind Watson on the outside. Yeah. Savion Williams is one of those guys that I really like too. The big fella, I think
that's a TCU guy, right?
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 220. Like,
solid.
I don't know why he didn't get more targets. Yep. Yeah, it's just nuts.
Yeah, I think he's a home run. I do wish even my Raiders would have drafted him ahead of Jack Besh. So I like your selection there. I'd roll with him and Golden. Golden was really beat up and didn't play enough time. I'm telling you, that guy is a winner. Give him time. Maybe he flames out. I get it. But like, you have all this X amount of ample time coming off a rookie season. You can really make something out of Golden. If I can move off of Jaden Reed and probably Wicks, I would do it. I'd move off of Romeo Dobbs as well. Like the receivers, and I'm a team going through it right now. Receivers are the easiest position to replace in the entire NFL.
Agree.
So you can make movements, you can change, you can do whatever you need to do to figure it out, but you can only get like 5-ish Devontae Adams like players on the open market, and it's very hard to even acquire them. So I think you guys are one of the perfect teams out there for AJ Brown to land to.
Solid. Not a bad idea. And then obviously the big news from Packerland, which we all knew was coming. I think you and I talked about it the last time we got together. Malik Willis goes to Green Bay South, down in Miami, 3 years, $67 million. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of a steal for a starting quarterback.
It is. Unfortunately for me, though, it is the wrong team for him to land on. That's what I'm really bummed out about. The money, you're spot on, is right. The money is less than $30 million per year. He has a nice guaranteed salary out of the contract. So for him, this is actually a really great contract. I don't know enough about the offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins to know enough. But what I do know, they have the right management and they have the right kind of head coach. It needs to be a Pittsburgh Steeler blue collar mentality in Miami, because it cannot be party town USA like it's always been, especially under the Mike McDaniel years down there. And like, they're soft. Like those players, they're all soft. And Malik Willis has a good head on his shoulders. He's a very good guy. I think he would be exactly the right kind of person to lead your franchise. When it comes to the schematics and the development, that's where I'm unsure about. I feel if he would have landed either in Atlanta, Minnesota, or Arizona because of his brother connection, I think those 3 teams would have been much better landing spots. But for him, he definitely looked at it for himself. I don't feel like this was really a money grab, because if it was, I feel like we'd be talking a $3 or $90 million deal. And it's not. It's 3 and like 60 and change, right? So
I'm trying to find the exact number.
It's like 45 guaranteed, and that's like high 60s, I want to say.
67. Yep, 67 and a half, 45 guaranteed. His average salary is $22 million.
Got a little bit of play into it.
Here's the crazy part. Like, let me put this in perspective, and this is why I say it's a steal.
Yes.
He is down there making less than Geno Smith, less than Deshaun Watson, less than Kirk Cousins was making.
Well, I mean, Kirk Cousins is the master of money. Like, if anyone wants to open up a bank in the NFL, it's Kirk. It's Captain Kirk.
He is literally $2 million off of Justin Fields' money.
Jeez. That's crazy. And you know they overpaid for that as well.
The only like average salary numbers that are less than his are what Aaron Rodgers was at, and the rookie deals, like the Cam Wards and Caleb Williams and all that stuff, Bryce Young's. Like, that's insane. And he's only 26 years old. He's the same age as Justin Fields.
Oh, exactly. And not only that, like, he's got the wheels. I'm telling you, man, when it comes to a quarterback draw deception, he does have the wickedest quarterback draw in the NFL now. I put his ahead of Fields. Fields has a nice one. Lamar is kind of beat up legs wise to a degree. Malik has like crazy running ability. I think for fantasy football, I think it is a steal to get him late. You're going to get real running action. We know the upside that owners like myself had in Drake May. I think this is Drake May 2.0. This is a division that you're dealing with a possible, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what Buffalo does. I think they'll probably improve because they moved off of a coach who actually made the defense worse. Patriots are solid. And then you got the Jets, and the Jets don't have Sauce Gardner anymore. So I do like those 2 games against the Jets they'll get.
Yeah. And I mean, they they have a solid staff of, guys over in Miami now.
Yes,
Obviously,
yes, they do.
Hafley put together some stuff. They got Bobby Slowick as offensive
Okay.
coordinator.
Where's
I did
Slowick's background? I don't know much about it.
Slowick has been with the Washington Commanders, obviously name change. He was with San Francisco under Kyle Shanahan. I want to say up to like 22. He was the passing game coordinator. Um, he was with the Texans uh, up
Recently?
to last year. Yep. And then
Oh,
signed with the Dolphins February of 25 and was the senior passing game coordinator. And then once they got rid of Mike McDaniel, um, Halfley assigned him to offensive coordinator this year. So,
okay.
like,
So did he
the
get
guys,
fired from the Texans?
yes, he was fired from the Texans.
Yeah, I get it. And the thing is, too, CJ Stroud regressed, but CJ Stroud regressed 2 years ago as well.
Yep.
So this could
And
easily be a thing where the quarterback is actually the issue, not the OC.
right, because obviously you had Kyle Shanahan really believed in him. He was, like I said, under that control for like 4, 5, 6
Oh, good,
seasons, something like that.
good,
Like,
good.
he was always a passing game coordinator anywhere he ended up. So,
Great.
and even under Mike McDaniel, he was in the same job, the senior passing game coordinator. So, like,
Okay,
obviously, he worked with Tua,
sure.
Purdy, uh,
Stroud.
Stroud. Thank you. Like, he's been around for a while. I mean, all the way back to 2010, he was with Mike Shanahan. So, like,
Oh man, that's huge.
yeah,
I was talking to my mom football today, and think about it like this, especially with a guy like Slowick now going to Green Bay South. If you
but
take what
oh,
you
wait, can I just add in something? Because
sure,
you said it, you like said it perfectly. Guess where he may have went to high school? Wink, wink.
Tosa?
Green Bay South
Oh, Green
West.
Bay South. Wow, Green Bay Southwest.
Yeah,
That's no debate, man. That is
right.
that is just straight up no debate right there. But I'll tell you this: if you look at guys like him, um, with the Shanahans, Mike and Kyle, you look at Andy Reid, and you look at the Harbaughs combined, that pretty much equates for half of the NFL is branched off of those three trees.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, one of them in Arizona got fired, which would technically be an Andy Reid tree branch, but then got replaced by a Mike Kyle Shanahan tree branch in LaFleur.
Mm-hmm.
They're all kind of Shanahan-ish, like guys like him, Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. Those guys, they're all what's his name, Zach Taylor with Cincinnati. Even though I don't like him, those guys are all kind of the Shanahan tree. So I like it.
Yeah.
That's a solid play to bring in one of those guys to call your offense. So I really do think any of those guys are home runs. I mean, I was disappointed by the former defensive coordinator for the Eagles who became the head coach of the Cardinals. That was an utter disaster. But like these offensive coaches, and I'll be honest, I mean, you have to be an offensive head coach unless you are legendary special. I mean, you really
Right.
do. I mean, I do think what's his name, Raheem Morris, or what's his? I always screw up his name. The coach of the Texans. I really like him.
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking?
Like this guy's making the playoffs year in year out, and now he's
D'Amico
making
Ryans.
D'Amico
There you
Ryans. He
go.
makes
Yeah.
the playoffs year in, year out. He's winning divisions. I'm already hearing like his job is potentially in jeopardy after just doing what he did last season. But it's like this guy doesn't have a quarterback right now. This guy clearly does not have a quarterback. And the play
Yeah.
that the Panthers did to take Bryce Young over Stroud was genius at this point, knowing that you have Dave Canales, and again, Ohio State quarterbacks really aren't that smart. And when it comes to the quarterback position, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to know your stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to know it. You really got to be a smart individual. Looking at a guy like the intelligence that we see out of Jalen Hurts, knowing that Daniel Jones is a Duke guy. You got to be smart. You got to be a smart quarterback. And I think that's what is lackluster with him and Justin Fields at the end of the day. They just don't have it. Ohio State is a public school. Get a guy who went to Notre Dame, Duke, Boston College. Like, get those guys. Shoot, even Jordan Love. I mean, Utah State. I mean, you got probably some Mormon education out there. You got smart individuals working out there. So I give him credit. LaFleur is probably calling the craziest plays in his playbook. So you got to have that intelligence. You got to have it. So like, that's the kind of stuff you see that feels good. I don't know. I kind of like how that plays out.
Yeah. It's an interesting situation, and the best segue I can give you, interesting situations. You guys traded a 5-time Pro Bowler.
See ya. Yeah, I was super excited about this. I was hearing chatter about this a few weeks ago. I was hearing real chatter last week about it. Moving off of Max Crosby is exactly what had to happen. Biggest thing with him too is you have a minor meniscus tear, and granted, he's probably healed up. He's probably going to be awesome and legit, and he is Max Crosby. He's a great player. But when you got a guy like that, and you gotta get things in return, you gotta realize that we didn't spend too highly of a draft pick to get him, but what he became off that was a major upside. I don't know. I mean, look at it in investing terms. Like, look at it like in NVIDIA from after they started from the graphics cards for video games. Look at Applied Optics lately for investing over the last week or so. Guys who become that and become something big is massive. And for us to see what he became and then get 2 first-round picks for next season and the season after is major. And the thing is, too, he's a great player, but ultimately we never really gained any game value from him because of how awful the quarterbacking play was over the last 2 seasons. And I know people are like, oh, Geno Smith. I'm sorry. Geno Smith and Gardner Minshew should not be in the league. They are the worst, horrendous quarterbacks out there. It feels like, I can't say this being a Raider, but it is really going to be awful seeing Gardner Minshew quarterbacking for the Chiefs for a month to start the season. He is completely incompetent. He can't even throw to Travis Kelce. It's an embarrassment, man. I saw it at the end of last season, and I saw it the year before when he was our quarterback. He is an utter disaster. I saw Max Crosby talk him up once to win a game and come back, but that was it. From that point on, it never happened again. And even Max realized, wow, my quarterback is pure trash. And then he had to do it again and run it back with Geno Smith. These guys accounted for, if I had to really put a number on it, I would say these guys accounted for at least 20 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. And it's probably more than that. But I'm telling you, any game where virtually either player had an interception, the Raiders lost almost all of those games. And we know that's a typical statistic that happens with turnovers in the NFL. You lose the turnover battle, you're more than likely going to lose the game. And it starts at like 60%, then it goes to 70, and then 90 for whoever is +1, +2, +9, +3 or more to winning a football game. It is more critical to win that than it is to have points. That's just how football works.
Between those 2 quarterbacks, 27 interceptions in 2 years.
My gosh, it's even 33% greater than what I was estimating. That is just awful. That is just horrendous. And everyone's like, the Raiders are a bad team, but no one really talked about why. I will tell you, I've watched these games, although I gave up after game 5 last season while paying for NFL Sunday Ticket. Yeah, that feels great. Great in my pocket, by the way. Just absolutely horrendous. But you will see, like, you can't, when you have this kind of quarterback play, you can't do it. You can't win because your offense gets on the field for 3 plays and then they're gone. And now it's the defense's job again. And then you go on for 3 plays after whoever just scored 7, and now you're on for 3 plays. And then they score a field goal. And then you do it again, and then they score 7. Great, that's 17 right there. Good luck coming back from a 17-point deficit after already losing the turnover battle. I don't think you win any of those games, to be honest. I really don't. So you need to have competent quarterback play and a good offense. I'm not even saying it needs to be a world beater. If I can get Sam Darnold yardage and get 0 turnovers with a defense, you see how that just played out last season.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have to have a killer Mike McDonald defense, but if I can get a legit offense and a so-so defense, you pretty much have a coin flip shot in almost any game.
Hey, and from what it looks like, I mean, that's basically what your team is doing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited for the Raiders. Obviously, Mendoza's coming there.
Yeah.
The only quarterback on your roster right now is Aiden O'Connell, who
I like him.
Yeah, not bad. But like, you guys went out and got Nakobe Dean from Philly, 3 years, $36 million, pretty solid. Clay Walker from Green Bay.
Yep.
Again, 3 years, $40 million, right in that same range as Dean.
Oh, nice.
So now you have an inside and an outside backer that you can set up with some of the guys that you already have.
Yep.
Like Devin White is really, really solid over there. Like, and then on top of that, now you go and get defensive linemen. You got Malcolm Kuntz, and then Pay, also 3 years, $48 million. Yep. And this is the big point. You got Eric Stokes and Teron Johnson. Like, then you go get corners. Like, you guys literally just redid the entire defense.
We did. We did. We redid the entire defense. We brought in Tucker Kraft 2.0 in Jalen Naylor. So I like bringing that guy in. And I think he also plays special teams as well. So I kind of like that play too. I don't want to see too many guys like our running backs returning kicks. I absolutely am scared out of my mind whenever I see that for any team. And then the play I like, bringing in center Tyler Lindenbaum for our team. That's massive. We had a game a couple of years ago with Aiden O'Connell against the Chiefs that we were literally about to win. And unfortunately, our center from Oregon just had a false start in Arrowhead. So it was like he was rattled. He was shook up. It was a tough year. I get it. But moving him to the inside, and now he's a tackle. And now I have a real center in Tyler Linderbaum. You're right, man. Like, going down this roster, we're actually seeing what John Spytek is actually doing as a GM with Tom Brady. They're building a really nice team now.
Now the big part. I mean, yeah, Jalen Naylor comes in. He might be your automatic number one, especially since you're paying him 3 years, $35 million.
Yeah, maybe there's going to be more wide receivers that we're going to be putting ahead of him. I mean, even a Tucker Kraft.
I'm hoping. I mean, you got Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer over there, but like Tyler Lockett should be done.
Oh yeah,
Trey Tucker, like he's a solid maybe 3, right?
Oh, like that's always what I've envisioned him as. Always.
Yeah.
And then he skyrocketed to like number 1 in fantasy for the first month.
Yeah, I know. I fell for that one. Like
it worked.
The idea of getting like linemen. I mean, you cut Kappa. Was it Kappa?
Yeah, Alex Kappa was okay. He was okay.
Right. You saved like $5-10 million, something like that. I don't have it off the top of my head. And then cutting Geno Smith. Yeah, there's going to be some dead cap money, but you also saved another $10 million there. Like, you guys already had a buttload of money, so like,
right?
Why not go throw some money at people?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing to me that hurts, and I feel like I'm going to regret it, even though the current coalition doesn't have that power. But we do know that behind Malik Willis. It is pretty much open tryouts. It might be open tryouts even for Malik Willis. Losing Cam Miller to Miami. I don't know how he's shaken up on the depth chart as of now, but Cam Miller was a guy I heard really good things about. I know he had a good preseason game, and I got absolutely nothing out of him in the regular season because of how awful Pete Carroll was at managing the quarterback position. I think Cam Miller could really be something, and we'll one day see if he is or he isn't. But he's going to be fighting for his NFL life in a way with that handful of mix of quarterbacks down there.
Dude, you guys came in with 110 million in cap space.
Third most. Like tons of money. Tons of money.
What I'm saying is,
I would even make at this point, I would even make a play for AJ Brown.
Yeah,
knowing how much money I have and what I want, and I got big tall frame Fernando Mendoza, and I can pair that with big tall frame AJ Brown plus 12 personnel. That means I'm really probably using 1 to 2 wide receivers the majority of the time. So I can easily swap out Tucker Kraft for Jalen Naylor on any given play to make sure we have fresh legs.
You mean Brock Bowers?
Oh, yeah. Brock Bowers.
You can kind of steal my tight end. Hey, you keep Tucker Kraft over here.
Yeah, I'll keep Tucker Kraft over there. I got you. But, yeah, Trey Tucker and Jalen Naylor. But, shoot, I mean, I do like that kind of style that the Bills and the Rams run with 12. I love it. I think it's killer in fantasy, too, when you can really get some solid tight ends and just go to town against teams trying to roll the dice at wide receiver. But man, if you go 12 personnel and you put 1 to 2 other wideouts out there with a real running back behind you like James Cook, boy, that's hard to stop on defense, man. I'm sorry. I mean, granted, Josh Allen has his pitfalls, but he's still got a friggin' cannon of an arm. You got to deal with those tight ends. And to me, that is exactly why James Cook is so good.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. I mean, like, I'm just excited that things are happening. Like, this is
they are.
So I don't know if you know this, but Tyler Lindenbaum was the voted or whatever ranking, not voted. They ranked him as the second best available free agent in this class on ESPN. Isn't that crazy?
That's massive.
Massive.
Yeah, and some are hard to get right, man. It is a hard position that they play. Again, I always feel getting offensive linemen is critical. Even to me, like Tyler Lindenbaum, 3 years, $81 million. I think that's kind of a steal. I feel like a guy as critical as that, again, should be averaging close to 30 million, which he is. If it was above 30 million I per year, I could understand that as well. So very good money management going on as well. Sneaky fact about money this year in the NFL is that this is the first year in recent years that I can remember the salary cap expansion decreased. So this is a vital year that if you have cash, massive amounts of cash, that you're really going to benefit from that more than other teams, because compared to the last few years when it was working its way towards 30 million per team, this year it actually decreased to 33% less, around 22 million per team. So that's a hit. Granted, there is a compensation of compensatory picks that seems like that's going around about half the league. But to move those things around, you really gotta, if you have the cash to spend, this is probably a better year to spend cash than previous seasons, because cash is tighter this season compared to the previous years.
Never would have thought about that. That's a solid little pickup there.
Yeah. Oh, sneaky fact. I'm looking at some teams, especially my AFC West. One of those Miami quarterbacks left. He is going to Denver, Sam Ehlinger. I don't know. Not the greatest. Oh, wait, no. I think he was in Miami at some point. I think this guy was in Indianapolis. Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of mixing them up. I'm thinking of the Quinn Ewers, I think is still in Miami. But yeah, just a little bit of quarterback movement. Looks like league minimum Just another guy to pair behind Stidham and Bo Nix.
Hey, let's go back in time,
Sure.
like a week or so here.
Yeah.
What did you feel about this David Montgomery trade to the Texans?
I don't think it's all that great because they have really gotten their all they've done on offensive line is re-sign guys, and they've lost guys, and their offensive line is pretty abysmal.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing little things like the DJ Moore trade, and I'm like, whatever. The
Yeah,
David Montgomery, like,
right. I think Moore needed to go to Buffalo because I think Shakir took a step back. So you need that kind of gadgety route runner kind of receiver.
right.
And I think DJ Moore is great at that. So I like that play. But you need, if you're the Texans, you got a player. To me in fantasy, I think that's a major downgrade. It's a player that is going to pretty much evaporate, and I would not touch it all in fantasy. Unfortunately, another one that we just saw kind of go up in the tall grass, kind of Homer Simpson style. Kenneth Walker going to the Buccaneers. I'm sorry, man. Like Buccaneers, I'm done.
Wait, Chiefs.
Oh, wait. Who went to the Buccaneers? I thought there was a name that went to the Buccaneers. I swear I just saw this on TV. If Walker went to the Chiefs, I'm okay with it, sort of.
Yeah, he's definitely with the Chiefs.
Oh, Gainwell. My bad.
Kenneth Gainwell. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, great. Now he's the one. So, yeah, Kenneth Gainwell. I had Bucky Irving last year. That was a major miss. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tampa Bay is a team to me next year that I would just avoid in general. I don't think they're going to win like anything. I think this is a really bad football team.
Yeah, I mean, Kate Otten got 3 years, $30 million, and
whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Like I don't know if I want to be like terribly mean and say they're not going to win anything, but like Carolina's ready. You know, like
Carolina's a real team. They literally almost beat the Rams twice.
Yeah,
that's real. The Rams
are real.
Seattle won the Super Bowl, but I think a lot of people who really follow the NFL tell you that the best team in the NFC last season was more than likely the LA Rams.
And it took, for the majority.
Some very interesting strategy to make sure that they could gamble and get ahead of the Rams in various styles. But if you don't have that cleverness, really the best team top to bottom was the Rams.
Yeah. And I mean, the Rams went and got Trent McDuffie from Kansas City, which basically tells me, hey, all right, if we're going to have a shootout, we're going to go sit Trent McDuffie on your guy, and let's see if we can still have a shootout. Because, I mean, they have a couple receivers, I mean, with Devontae and Puka that you don't have two guys. I don't know if there's any team in the league that has two shutdown corners.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them don't even have one.
Right. And that pairing, that is by far the best wide receiver pairing in the NFL. I could not believe these people that were coming off of the Super Bowl last year saying Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith AJ Brown and Devontae Smith was the best receiver pairing. I'm like, no, that's crazy. Like, I don't even rank that anywhere close to what you get in Devontae and Puka Nacua. That's just insane.
Yeah, no idea.
But that play that you point out makes a ton of sense because the guy who really made a great career decision in Mike Evans left that tire fire in Tampa Bay and went to San Francisco. Again, that's one of those Devontae Adams kind of archetype guys in Mike Evans, big time wide receiver. That is a big time play. I think that's a great signing by San Francisco. They have not had a big bodied wide receiver in any recent time that I can remember outside of Terrell Owens. And what's the other guy I'm blanking on who played for the Ravens, Cardinals, 49ers, and Anquan Bolden.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the time frame that they really need to get to when they shine. Whether it was Bolden and Terrell Owens, that was awesome. Like that's the 49ers I remember. I don't think of these Brandon Ayuk years as anything. And Deebo Samuel.
That's even worse. That is so much worse to just be like, I don't even think of you as anything. You're just there.
Yeah.
That's an interesting name though, is Brandon Ayuk. What happens there? And obviously they're going in another direction with Pearsall, Jennings, and Evans. You still have George Kittle there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that the NFC West is literally just loading up on dudes, and it's like, let's just have a bunch of 40-point games against each other, and whoever survives. Like, it is going to be a bloodbath. It's nuts.
Yeah, and again, the beautiful thing out of San Francisco is they are playing with a third place schedule. I love seeing that. That is a team to me with a third place schedule. Raiders, fourth place schedule. The Detroit Lions, fourth place schedule. That is some serious stuff. New York Giants, I believe, are also a fourth place schedule.
Fourth place.
Those are teams that I think are really going to have opportunities to outright win their divisions. Yeah,
I mean, that's I'm not going to lean too far into Detroit, but we'll see what happens with them.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what kind of plays they make. But, I mean, they've been decimated on injury, especially on defense the last 2 years. I really like the tenacity. They got that Detroit toughness style out of Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, losing the coordinators he lost, I still thought he called some good games. I actually really enjoyed watching Detroit more than I thought I would last season. And again, to me, Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of those amazing wide receivers in the NFL. You got some good stuff there. So we'll see how the tide turns to them getting a fourth place schedule. So pretty cool stuff. But I'm telling you, look at those teams that had lesser schedules and really look at who they're adding, how they're doing it. I guess a team that I would look at here, I don't even know what kind of signings, but you've pointed out with the head coaching in the past, Tennessee is they are loaded with player names I'm seeing here. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, a gadgety guy that is joining this team. You got capable backup quarterback in Mitch Trubisky there. You got some corners that they signed, so they're making sure that they lock that down.
They're loading up a lot of dudes. Like, they signed 3 corners on 3-year deals. Like, what are we doing over here?
Yeah, it's a little intense. I'll tell you that. But the thing is, too, and Tennessee does this every year, and I go back, this all comes back to state income tax and location. It's the perfect storm to land free agents year in, year out. They always do it every single season. And again, they followed it up this year.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Tennessee. I think they had the second most money behind you guys in the Raiders.
Yep. Yeah, they're a team that definitely has a lot of money. They're going to have a lot of higher valued draft picks going into this season. Their coaching staff, to me, is excellent. So this is a really good-looking team, at least on paper, to start developing in the right direction. But it's going to take time. At the end of the day, though, I can't really say that this is a team that out of the gates is truly better than Jacksonville. And I'll be honest, I know how the playoffs wound up, but I really did think that once the playoffs started, I personally thought the best team in the AFC, and they barely got ousted, I think the best team in the AFC really was Jacksonville. And I think they're positioning themselves to do that again.
See, with Tennessee, I thought they needed to start bringing in weapons, right? And Wan'Dale Robinson for, what, 20-ish million a year each? Yeah, 4 years, 78 million. That's a little nuts. Yeah, that is nuts.
I feel like 4 years, maybe 50 million, but 70? Whoa, this is a team that this is a guy that got pretty much released from both the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants.
Yeah,
he's not that kind of money guy.
No, I am very puzzled by this. Like I went to go look at his snap count and games played,
Right.
games started. Like last year was the first time where he started double digit games.
Sure.
Um, yeah, he had a big season, 92 catches, 1,000 yards.
Okay.
Like, I hope that's not an outlier. That's this is what it's supposed to be. But 200 yards, 500 yards, 700 yards, and then 1,000 just kind of makes me. I don't know. It just seems weird.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think that Tennessee, when it comes to their management and signing players on the books, at the end of all this, considering they had that money and these are the players they signed, I personally am actually kind of disappointed.
Yeah, like I mean, we talked about the Raiders, and the Raiders were boom. They just
Right.
got a whole new defense. They
Yeah.
signed 3 corners. Like
That doesn't make
what? What? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
you really only play two the majority of the time, or in certain situations based on third and distance, then you're bringing out the
Yeah,
nickel. So
right.
outside of the nickel, you're generally playing with two corners and cover one or cover two safeties.
Yeah, I'm looking at his market value. I guess they say his market value is 17 million, so they paid a little bit, but like,
Yeah, I would
yeah,
say, yeah. At this point, I mean, I would pretty much look at. I think this division comes down between the Jaguars and the Colts at this point. I mean, barring Texans draft, Texans figuring out quarterback position, that's a real thing. If they figure out quarterback, they're set. Like they're really friggin' set. They could outright win the conference if they figure out quarterback.
I'm looking at his average annual salary, and like I'm at a loss for words. It has him at the 27th ranked wide receiver.
Okay.
I don't even know if this guy's a number one, like on most teams.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of not. I'm not seeing it with Tennessee. I'm really not. I'm very confused with that roster. The coaching is good, but again, the way again you have to have 53 guys on your team. It's gonna be hard to get 53 really good guys on this team. I just don't see them being there, and that is stuff that can put you down the wrong path to get your GM and your head coach fired.
All right, so here's one. I hope I'm saying this name right.
Yeah.
Zacchaeus, the Bears wide receiver, right?
Oh, Olamide Zacchaeus?
Zacchaeus, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
he's got hands like butter, by the way. It just hits his hands and falls away.
I am so confused by this, right? Atlanta brings him in on a just like whatever kind of deal. I mean, I don't know every player in the NFL. I'll never say that.
He was okay in Atlanta.
He's been around for like almost 10 years, and I did not know that.
I didn't know he was around for 10 years. I thought he was around for like maybe 5 or 6.
7. This will be his 8th season.
Dang.
Yeah.
Good for him. For a guy who can't catch a football, that's incredibly impressive.
And for a guy that's
moving up the depth chart, I don't know how that's possible.
And for a guy that's undrafted, like,
jeez.
Oh.
I mean, like there were days where I saw him with Atlanta. I think he was playing wide out with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay for a minute, but like he made some plays. I'll give him that. But then he goes to the Bears, and I don't think I've ever seen him catch a football for the Chicago Bears. Like it's literally that rare.
I think I saw him catch a touchdown, but he only played about 50% of the snaps. Yeah. And the fact that like going undrafted out of Virginia, like I want to give him credit. Obviously, he's an NFL player. He's on that end of the spectrum. But like for a dude that plays like 50% of the snaps everywhere he goes, like he had one big time year in Atlanta. Like he's going back to Atlanta. Like, he played his first 4 seasons in Atlanta, then Philly, Washington, Chicago, and now he goes back to Atlanta, and it's just like, okay, I mean, maybe he just really likes Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see it. That makes sense. Yeah, and bringing it back to Atlanta, to me, that is a team that when it came to the quarterback position, I was very bummed out that they chose Tua Tagovailoa. It's just not who I would have gone with. I would have absolutely gone Malik Willis over Tua Tagovailoa. I don't even think about that.
I don't have anything to say about that one because
and you're right. Zacchaeus is there. Austin Hooper, who's kind of average. Kyle Pitts is solid. They got a linebacker, Christian Harris, and they signed a kicker. That's pretty much a nothing on free agency. Yep. So, I'm with you on this. Granted, that's a good coach. They are walking into the season with a third-place schedule. I'm almost tempted to say New Orleans might be better than them. I don't know exactly where the Saints stack with all their free agency. I'm going to look at that right now. Kind of seeing some names here. But I really think this is Carolina's division. They are trending upward in the right direction each of the last 2 seasons. And they got the coach. They got the defense. Everything is really starting to stack in the way that it needs to for you to take that next stride in becoming a championship contender. The fact that you played the Rams tough twice, that means something. That really does.
I agree. I'm with you. I don't know what just happened to my computer, but my mouse just died. So now I'm at the mercy of a blank screen. So I looked up at the time. I'm like, we're almost at an hour. So hey, I don't know.
Hey, we are, man. I mean, I'll tell you this. Ever since I've been playing with NFL statistics and Microsoft Excel, I have lost my mental ability really to use a mouse. I am flat out touchpad on the keyboard. I am not a mouse guy. I've learned all the keyboard shortcuts and kind of the muscle memory of that. I love it. I just am not a mouse guy anymore.
I'm on a desktop right now, so
okay.
I have to kind of do you know how to flip tabs in a what am I using? Edge?
Oh no, I'm not too familiar with that. I'm just put my mouse on the keypad and just move it around,
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I just opened a new tab with T. All right.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Now I just almost added something to my favorites by accident. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, we don't know what's going on, but we're starting to get a handle on free agency. We got official free agency starting next week. And again, you guys can see us here. We're aiming for every Monday, 7 o'clock Central Time. That's Chicago time. I know it's kind of a weird time frame in Central world, but it is what it is.
Wait, aren't we supposed to call them like Gary or Hammond or something now? They're not Chicago.
Yeah, there's somewhere in western or southeastern burbia of Chicagoland, wherever that is. It's like a board game, like Candyland. But yeah, there's somewhere over there. Check us out there. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, Facebook, all those social joints. You can find us there. I'm Steve Metrics. That's your boy. I'm not your boy. I'm Steve Metrics, but that's your boy right over there. I'll tell you that.
DJ Triggs. Yep.
Yeah, DJ Triggs. That's no debate.